Me talk, but me not hear nothing, just blah, 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 blah. When me can't stop me, type and green, I'm an artist clean, but me thugs them.
Yes, it's just a deaf ears to your right. I'm not hearing nothing at all. On the other hand, I can't understand what you're saying. Yes, it's Friday on the Clean Fresh Song with 99.9 and reach to the top of the hour, 3 p.m. Yes, at this time, we have our 3 p.m. news. Keep it locked on to the Clean Fresh Song with 99.9, and if you just join us, good afternoon to you as well.
Welcome to WFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. First off, on the local scene. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is expected to arrive in Ethiopia on Saturday ahead of the second Africa CARICOM Summit in Addis Ababa. The summit, which convenes on Sunday, September 7th, will discuss issues of reparations, reparatory justice, strengthening Caribbean-Africa relations, climate innovation, and cultural exchange. The Prime Minister's delegation comprises his wife, Eloise Gonsalves, historian Professor G. Michael Denny, representatives from the Rastafarian community, Selwyn Patterson and Aged Duncan, senior technician at the Agency for Public Information, API, Antonio Richards, and security officer Kendall Horn. On September 8th, the Prime Minister and his delegation will visit the Rastafarian community in Shashumani, a city in southern Ethiopia. The delegation will return to the state on September 10th. Cuban ambassador to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Carlos Ernesto Rodriguez Echeverry, held a meeting on Monday with the president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Football Federation, Mr. Otashi Spring, to continue coordinating the organization of 2 friendly matches between the senior national teams of both countries. The matches are scheduled to take place in Kingstown during the last quarter of 2025 and are part of the joint efforts to promote cultural exchange and cooperation in the field of sports. During the meeting, both sides highlighted the importance of such initiatives, which contribute to strengthening bilateral ties, fostering friendship between the peoples, and creating new opportunities for the development of young football talent. Ambassador Rodriguez Echeverry reaffirmed Cuba's commitment to promoting sports as a bridge of brotherhood and understanding among nations, while Spring emphasized the enthusiasm of the local football community to welcome the Cuban national team on Vincentian soil. This sporting exchange adds to the broad agenda of collaboration between both countries, reaffirming their shared will to continue strengthening ties in various areas, including education, health, culture, and in particular, sports. The meeting was attended by the ambassador of Venezuela to St. Vincent, His Excellency Mr. Francisco Perez Santana, and the manager of Conviasa in this country, Mr. Taylor Dabrio, who will support the logistical efforts to ensure the success of the friendly matches. Police on Wednesday arrested and charged Ralston Samuel, a 32-year-old laborer of Trumaka, with the offense of wounding. According to investigations, on October 12, 2024, the accused unlawfully and maliciously wounded a 61-year-old farmer of Trumaka by striking him about his face and body. The offense was committed in Trumaka. Samuel appeared before the Layou Magistrate Court on September 4th and pleaded not guilty to the charge. He was granted bail in the sum of EC $2,000 with one surety and was ordered not to have any contact with the complainant. The matter was adjourned and transferred to the Chateaubelair Magistrate Court for trial on September 25th. In original news, the Bahamas government says it will no longer allow Haitian nationals into the country for the purpose of applying for a visa to visit the United States. A brief statement from the Office of the Prime Minister noted that in June this year, the United States issued a policy fully restricting and limiting the entry of Haitian nationals to the United States. Nassau said that in light of that policy, a new announcement that immigrant visa applications by Haitians to the United States can only be processed at the U.S. Embassy in Nassau will result in no additional entries to the Bahamas for the purpose of U.S. visa applications. Because U.S. policy fully restricts entry to their country by Haitian nationals, we will not grant entry to the Bahamas for the purpose of applying for a U.S. visa, the statement said. The announcement by the Philip Davis government comes even as New York Attorney General Letitia James is leading a coalition of 18 attorneys general in the United States defending the legal status of over 250,000 Haitian immigrants who fled the situation in the French-speaking CARICOM country and are now under threat of being deported from the United States. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Education, Dr. Michael Dolat, says the government has zero tolerance for indiscipline in schools and all incidents of violence and misconduct will be treated with severity. Speaking during Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing, Minister Dolat confirmed that in an effort to create safe and secure learning environments, police officers will now be deployed into schools across Trinidad and Tobago. The education minister said the decision was taken due to rising incidents of indiscipline and violence in schools. The deployment plan is as follows. 2 police officers will be stationed in 50 secondary schools identified as priority institutions. 10 other secondary schools and the 10 primary schools will benefit from dedicated police patrols to ensure consistent coverage and rapid response. And the reason behind this is that there has been rising incidents of indiscipline and violence in our schools. Recent years have seen increased reports of school violence, gang influence, and the threats from external elements. He also explained the protocols in place to deal with students found with weapons in their possession. In response to questions from the media, Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander assured that police officers stationed at schools will use non-lethal methods to defuse situations. He said the move is in full accordance with the law. And finally, the news at this hour, U.S. immigration authorities have raided a massive Hyundai factory in Georgia, leading to the arrest of 475 people, according to one of the agencies involved in the operation. The 3,000-acre site, which was built by the Korean automobile manufacturer to make electric vehicles, had been operational for a year. The Department of Homeland Security told the BBC that agents executed a search warrant due to allegations of unlawful employment practices and other serious federal crimes. Most of those detained were Korean nationals, authorities said. The South Korean Foreign Ministry expressed concern that the raid may have been an unjust infringement of their rights. This has been WFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Narissa Bostwick, and thank you for listening. Our next newscast will be presented at 5:30 p.m. Be sure to join us then.
People's Pharmacy, for all your pharmaceutical, skin and body care needs. Located on Grenville Street in Kingstown. They open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Call them today at 784-456-1170. People's Pharmacy also stock vitamins and supplements, personal care items, toiletries, children and adult pampers, and much, much more. And of course, get your prescriptions filled by a friendly and professional pharmacist. People's Pharmacy. Come in today and let us serve you.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to $3 retail. When you see me line with the red and white case, show me what you like. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. With over 60 years experience. Hold the best tobacco, best ingredients. Yeah. This is your boy Lou to say, support local, buy your cigarettes from Empire Holdings Limited. 10 cigarettes in a pack for up to $3 retail. Remember, smoking is not for minors.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.